once again, I'm heading to northern Saskatchewan for another big whitetail hunt. I talked to the outfitter earlier today. I'm going to be pulling in a little bit late, but I'll get all settled in, be in the stand first thing in the morning. And I know he's got some good bucks cruising around. The rut is just starting to pick up. I mean, the bucks are just starting to chase the does. So it's going to be another year of thrills and spills. So you're not going to want to miss this. Well, it's my first morning here in Saskatchewan, and I've had deer at the bait right since first light. Haven't been able to talk, which is tough for me. I've got right now I've got 3 does and a small buck playing around down there. It's a beautiful morning. Had a little bit of fresh snow, and the bait seems to be hit pretty good. So. Well, looks like that spells it for the first night. No big bucks came in tonight, but there's always tomorrow. It was a beautiful sit. There was no wind tonight. Beautiful sunset. Kind of slow action this evening, but we'll be back out here tomorrow morning. That was a really nice young 10-point. He's got fairly decent weight. He's just kind of shy on his tine length. He's just to the outside of his ears. I'm going to be patient. That's how you get those big ones. You got to be patient. Got to let those little guys pass. That buck needs time to grow up and get a lot bigger. So we're going to hold out. We got lots of time left in the hunt. So just got to be patient. It's a waiting game. It's a cold waiting game, but it's a waiting game.
Make sure you come back for some more hunting action with Trigger Effect after this commercial break. Welcome back to Trigger Effect.
What I'm doing is I'm hunting out of elevated tree stands. They're round in shape. They've got a canvas sock around them. It's really good for concealing the movements, and you can move around. You can stand up in these stands. We can use heaters in these stands. I don't. I just prefer to go the old school way, and I just layer up really good. I've got good quality gear, so I'm very comfortable. There's not enough room for 2 people in these tree stands for a cameraman and a hunter, so I had to leave my 2 cameramen at home, but they're kind of soft. They probably wouldn't be able to survive up in this kind of weather anyhow. They're gonna hate me for that one. But no, the windows that you shoot out of in these blinds are kind of small, so I've had to rig up the front window with some bungee cords just to make room for the camera and the gun. Makes it a little tricky for the kill shot, but we're making do. Maybe this afternoon that action will pick up and we'll get one of those big guys to show up.
This guide's tip is brought to you by Hunters Union.
This week I want to talk a little bit about deer attractants and how you can use them to attract and hold more deer in your hunting area. You're going to want to check out your local regulations to make sure that you can use a deer attractant. Once you've got that nailed down, you're going to want to find a clearing that has existing deer signs, such as trails, scrapes, or rubs. You can pour your deer attractant out into a pile, or what I like to do is I like to broadcast it over a larger area so multiple deer can feed at once. Then you're going to want to affix a trail camera to a tree about waist height, 10 to 15 yards away from your attractant. Now this will give you a good idea what's in your area and the caliber of those deer. Here on Trigger Effect, we like to use Rack 'em Up deer attractant. Now if you want to learn more about Rack 'em Up and all their products, go to www.rackemup.ca, or you can go to Trigger Effect at triggereffect.tv, and we'll have a full listing of everything that Rack 'em Up provides. This has been your Guide's Tip of the Week.
As the day has progressed on and on, it has gotten colder and colder. You can tell this by the amount of layers I've put on my head. I started off with a ball cap, then a hood over top of the ball cap, then a wool toque on top of that, and now this stylish Trigger Effect orange toque on top of that. Well, that's it for day 2. Legal shooting time is over. There's still 2 deer on the bait. No big buck tonight, so I know the guys have been out checking other baits and checking other cameras, so maybe they'll have some pictures of a big freak nasty on another bait. We'll sit there tomorrow, but they're all good baits. It doesn't matter which one you set. Those big guys could show up at any moment, so I guess I'll get things packed up and get ready to get picked up. It was a successful night, just no kills. Changed stand locations. I've had a new bait called the Meadow Bait. Yesterday when I was at the other one, the guys checked the cards at about 12 baits, and there's a really nice big 10-point coming here. He's got tall tines. They've only got a couple daytime pictures of him, and you can't really see how wide he is, but he's got really nice tall tines. So this bait here has a really tight shooting lane, so the filming is going to be a little bit difficult because the deer are just going to appear at the bait and that's it. So it's warmed up considerably. It's only about -10 right now. I've got a really light snow coming down, so it's really quiet in the woods today. But we're set up and going to sit this one out. You never know what could show up. Just an absolute monster could just step out at any minute. So I'll get the camera turned around and get ready to rock and roll here.
Make sure you come back after these important messages. Welcome back to Trigger Effect.
Well, that was a pretty decent buck. I'm not sure that's the one they got pictures of. We only have a couple pictures of that buck that I'm after, and his antlers look really, really dark. This guy, his antlers are pretty light colored. And the buck that I think we're after is out past his ears. He's got quite a spread on him. He's out past his ears quite a bit. There's nothing wrong with this deer. He's a good deer. He's a 9-point. But I think the one that I'm after is an even 10, so it's kind of tough to pass on those guys. He didn't stay long at the bait. He just kind of cruised in. ate a couple mouthfuls and then cruised out, so I'm sure he'll be back. He's just out cruising.
Bringing science to the hunt is brought to you by Lone Wolf Taxidermy.
Hi folks, this week on Bringing Science to the Hunt, I'd like to talk about an alternative way of cleaning skulls or European mounts from the traditional boiling method. At Trigger Effect, Kent, myself, and our pro staff use Hunter's Union, owned by Deanna Roth, located in beautiful Salmon Arm in the southern interior of British Columbia, Canada. Deanna's company specializes in dermestid beetle skull cleaning. Hunter's Union uses beetles to thoroughly remove all tissue, followed by degreasing and whitening to produce a clean and eye-catching trophy. Being a biologist who has handled many skulls professionally, the utilization of beetles is a time-tested method that is used by museums and other institutions that value quality and long-lasting specimens. Some of the advantages of using beetle-prepared skulls includes minimal odor, no additional bone shrinkage, no cracking or damage to delicate bones, complete removal of tissue, fats, and oils, and finally, long-lasting skulls for display that will not yellow. For more information on Hunter's Union beetle skull cleaning, give Deanna Roth a call today or visit their website at www.huntersunion.ca. Before heading back and rejoining co-host Kent Michie as he pursues mature whitetail bucks in Saskatchewan, let's join co-host Gary Dukeman in the breaks of the Fraser River in central British Columbia as he chases monster muleys.
Minus 25 below. It's tough on equipment. I've got a camera that'll work in that temperature as long as I keep it covered and keep a hand warmer there until I need it. The problem is that all equipment is impaired at cold temperatures, and I couldn't get my tripod to work. Tripod just would not pan. It wouldn't tilt. It wouldn't do anything. It was froze solid, and I actually had to adjust the stand around to try to get the camera pointed at this buck, and I managed to do it. I don't know how I managed to do it, but it all worked out. There's the bush that buck was hammering on, giving it a good rake over. It looked like a good hit. ...2014 mule deer hunt. We're pretty cold this morning. It's minus 25, but the bucks don't care. This guy was still out cruising around an hour after daylight, beating up on a tree, couldn't find a buck to beat up on, so we took him on. This is where it helps to have a couple of young friends.
Make sure you come back for some more hunting action with Trigger Effect after this commercial break. Welcome back to Trigger Effect.
Right here. That same buck from this morning is back. I'm gonna take him.
Well, that's the same buck that came in earlier. I got my Saskatchewan whitetail down right there, right beside the bait. That's a really nice big-bodied deer. It's got nice tall points. So, paid off again. Oh boy, that's awesome. I wasn't sure whether I should have passed him this morning when he came in. I don't know. He caught me off guard. He snuck in so quickly and then left so quickly. I was second guessing myself. I didn't know whether I should have shot or not, but came back in this time. I got a good look at him and put the hammer down. So let's go take a look at him. Well, I've got all my stuff out of the tree stand now. Just walking over here to take a look at my buck from this year. The weather's been absolutely fantastic for whitetail hunting. I mean, it's been in the minuses, but nothing a good old Canadian boy can't handle. About minus 12, minus 10 today, somewhere in there. But no, I got a super nice trophy here. Been a great hunt. My friends here in Saskatchewan, they do a great job for me. I can't say enough about them. Well, I drug him out of the bush because he was kind of all piled up in the trees there. But this is my 2014 Saskatchewan whitetail. I'm done here in Saskatchewan now. I've got about 4 or 5 days left of the Manitoba season, so I'm going to head home, see if I can't finish off my whitetail season there. My friends here in Saskatchewan have run a class act. I'll be back next year for sure. I hope Dean and Gary are doing well up in Mule Deer Camp. When I get out, I'll give them a call, see how they're making out. Hopefully they're knocking down some big bucks. But if not, make sure you check us out on Facebook, check us out on our website, triggereffect.tv, or join us next time on another exciting episode of Trigger Effect. I sat here the first day. I never saw that buck. We were just putting new bait out, checking the trail camera, and this buck come trotting right down the trail, right in on us. I mean, the wind's blowing right at him. He didn't even care. It's amazing up here in this north country. These bucks are just, when they're revved up, they're revved up. He's cruising for does right now. He wants us to leave so he can get in on these vittles. So we'll leave him alone. We'll go check some more baits.
Additional funding provided by Tourism Saskatchewan, the land of living skies. This has been a Thunder Boys production.